Hello guys, my name is Jesper Nissen and I'm the founder of Yax. In this video I will show you, or I will talk about the most frequently asked question is how many keywords must go into the keyword file, how much content must go into the content file when you're uploading files for the match page website builds, as I show in my YouTube channel. So first of all, of course, you need to select the builder mode, and for this video it really doesn't matter because each of them can, you can write 100 pages in each of them. Obviously I'm using the umbrella mode, but I know that certain people also like to use this guy here. And if you want 100 links pointing into your website, you could just use this. I use this because I prefer it, because then I get 1 do-follow backlink and 99 supporting. That's just me, and that's what I use. So let's say I want to build website to my website, or a stack to my pointing to my website, jespernissen.com. Then I need to include the meta titles here, and as you know, if you have used Yax before, you know that the number of web pages to generate should equal to the number of meta titles down here. And let me type keyword here. Let's see, preview. So now we have a working preview, and it's working also with 100 pages here. This is a preview, it's not a dynamic website, so if I click here, I just come back to Yax, just so you know. Also, please notice, I will repeat this again multiple times. The first keyword plays a special role because this will be the do-follow backlink back to your target URL. So just click preview here. You can see that it says keyword 1, and you can inspect it. It says https jespernissen.com. So let's roll down to what we are talking about. We have the keyword input mode here. We have the content input mode. So the keywords, so the contents. So let's talk about the keywords first. So the way I built Yax is that each page has 7 keywords areas and 7 content areas. And the reason I did that is because, we want automation, of course, but we also want the opportunity to insert as many keywords as possible into each page, because we know that it's a ranking factor in Google search engine, obviously. And to make it look a little bit more pleasing to the eye, I designed it so it has 7 content areas, so it's not one just big content block. That's the reason for this. And so if you're building one page, you can simply type in like this. Random keywords here. Let's see what this looks like. So I have now inserted random keywords, and they will be used as subheaders, and they will also be used as jump links and also in the schema code. But obviously you cannot do that if you have a 100-page website. You can, of course, you can insert these keywords and just click generate with the 100 web page website. But then it will be the exact same 7 keywords for each page, repeated 100 times. You don't want that. This will be duplicate content, and I very much doubt that it will be indexed by Google. It's extremely unlikely it will be indexed if you just, make 100, exact copies of the same page. The same thing with the content. It does support spin text down here, obviously. But if you're building 100 pages, I don't recommend spin text unless it's gigantic spin text, because it will be close to identical if it's 100 copies. So that's why I built in the keyword or the file upload, and that I will walk you through here. So I have 2 modes for the file upload. I have random keywords from text file and keywords from text file in ascending order. So let's take ascending order first. That's the most easy to understand. So let's do some math first. So let's say I'm building 100 pages. And each page has 100 pages. Each page has 7 keywords. I think that you will see where I'm going. If you need the keywords on each page to be unique, you need 700 keywords. One page has 7 keywords, and if you're building 100 pages, it's 100 times 7 is equal to 700. I hope this is understandable. So let me show you what that will look like. So if I choose I have prepared some test files So I've prepared a file that's called 700 keywords. It has the keyword from 1 to 700 because then it's easy to see. So I click here, browse, and I select here the 700 keywords file, root, click open, and I have selected this in ascending order, and let's click preview. So what this mode does is that it actually builds or it inserts the keywords in ascending order. Keyword 1, keyword 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's extremely easy to see. On page 2, it has the keyword 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let me show you what it looks like. Let me just click generate. Oops. Let's see. I'll go to my websites and view it. So keyword 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keyword 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Blah 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 blah. 2021. Blah 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 blah. So if you are using, let me click regenerate on this guy here. So if you're using this guy here, select keywords from text file in ascending order, then you have 100% control over what keywords goes into what page, because you what you need to do obviously is you need to order the keywords. But this option is for you that you want to build, kind of like a website. It's a website. You want to say this of the first 7 keywords, the second 7 keywords, etc., etc., etc. For example, if it's a city 1, then all the 7 city 1, or Los Angeles related keywords on page 1, Los Angeles or San Diego related keywords on page 2, etc., etc., etc. So if I select this guy here, select random keywords from text file, then what this will do is just select the same file. It will click preview. It will randomize the 7 keywords on page 1 and randomize the 7 keywords on page 2, etc., etc. So let's click generate to see what this will look like, or regenerate in this case. My websites, view, randomize here, and 8 to 14 here, inserted randomly, 15 to 14 to 21, etc. I think you see the point now. So let me go to regenerate again. So this was the keywords, and it's almost the exact same with contents. So let's take this guy first. Select sentences. Let's take this guy with the keywords. So now we have ascending order for keywords, and let's take this guy first. Sentences from text file in ascending order also. So I've made a paragraph file that looks like this: lorem ipsum random content 1, lorem ipsum random content 2. So you can see what this will look like. Preview. Lorem ipsum random content 1, lorem ipsum random content 2, lorem ipsum random content 3. So what it does is that it takes the first 7 paragraphs, puts them on page 1. The second 7 puts them on page 2. Second 7 puts them on page 3, etc., etc., etc. So if you're building, this could be Los Angeles car dealers. Then all the seven Los Angeles keywords here, and 7 Los Angeles paragraphs here on page 1. Ordered, like this. Los Angeles here, and then San Diego. I think you understand, and etc., etc., etc. So let's take the random guy. If I select random sentences from text file, then let me show you what then it will look like. Then it will randomize the contents. Let me show you. Let me start over. 2 seconds. Start mode. Root. Target URL HTTPS. and meta title keywords. We just take from 1 to 100. Keyword here. Let's say 100. Alright. Preview. Okay, so now we have 100 pages. So let's take random keywords. 700 keywords. Let's take random sentences. Good. 700 sentences. Here. Good. Preview. So what it will now do is we'll take a randomize the sentences and put them here. Let's generate, see what it will look like. Alright. View. So keywords and paragraphs are now randomized across the pages. You know, lorem 8 to 14 here, and lorem what are we, 15 to 21 here, etc. But it's randomized. So now comes the question that you actually have been asking is, well, how many paragraphs are needed? What if I don't have 700 paragraphs? What if I don't have 700 keywords? That's what I'm about to show you now. Let me show you here. Good. These are the 100 meta titles. Let's see if it works. Yes. So this is the question that you have all been asking. Well, what if I don't have exactly 700 keywords and exactly 700 paragraphs? Let me show you what it will look like. So if I have 350 keywords, for example, and if I have 350 paragraphs, for example, where is it here? This is what it will look like. It will still insert at least one keyword and at least one paragraph on each page. But with what it will then do, I'll just click generate so you can see it. Once it has used the first 350 paragraphs and keywords, then it will repeat them for the remaining pages. So if I click down here to rich 95, it will have, you know, random content. If I click to 80, it will have, you know, keyword 208. So let's click page 51. 51 it starts over again, of course, with the random insertion, but it's the same content. But it's random, of course, but it's the same content. So so to answer that question, how many paragraphs do you need? Well, if you want to have it completely unique, you need 700 keywords at least and 700 paragraphs at least. The good news is the paragraphs doesn't need to be especially long, because you can see that the paragraphs I use, they look like this. But it is a lot of content, I know. Normally I produce between 250 to 300 paragraphs. What I use Article 4 to Page Writer, or it really doesn't matter. I'm not writing the content myself. And then I'm spinning it and copying it and producing the content like this and just inserting it here. But between 200 to 350 paragraphs, that's the amount that I use, and it works well for me. So what if I have more than 700 keywords? Let's say I have 1370 keywords. What if I have more than 700 paragraphs? Let's say I have 1370 paragraphs. Let's see, open here, click preview. If you have more than 700 paragraphs, then what it will do is that it will simply randomize the insertion of the keywords. So most of the sections will have more than one paragraph. So it's simply when it comes to the content file, the paragraph file, the content file, it will use all the content that you have. So at all times, each section will at least have one paragraph. And if you have more than 700 paragraphs, each section will have then obviously more than one paragraph. I hope this makes sense, guys. And the way that the reason I made it this way is because I want to have as much randomization as I need, and this randomization thing. So when I click regenerate, let's see what it looks like. I could go to my websites and check it out. This regeneration thing, it works for me every time when I build a project like link building training that I'm trying to rank for. I just click regenerate, and because of the randomization feature that I just have shown you, it's a new version of the website, and then I just upload it to a different cloud, and Google seems to like it still. So it doesn't seem that Google has a filter for this, actually not now anyway. So this is what the website looks like now. So now it has a lot of seemingly random content, and the keywords are interchanged, so Google cannot detect, at least now, that it's the same content and the same keywords. So that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.